You are welcome to today's lesson. We are continuing our discussion on rigid motion 2. And remember, in our previous lesson, we started by looking at rotation 90 degrees anticlockwise. This is the part 2 of the lesson. Now let's take note. If you remember, in our previous lesson, I stated that rotation 90 degrees anticlockwise about the origin will produce the same result as rotation 270 degrees clockwise about the origin, and I'm going to explain why. In our previous lesson, we were asked to plot the triangle ABC. We were also asked to rotate the triangle ABC 90 degrees anticlockwise about the origin. So this is my origin. And after performing the rotation, it produced the image triangle A1, B1, C1. Now we are saying that rotation 90 degrees anticlockwise will produce the same result as rotation 270 degrees clockwise. And so I would like to use a software to demonstrate rotation 270 degrees clockwise and compare the result with 90 degrees anticlockwise rotation. That is the result we had in our previous lesson. So this is the software I would like to use for my demonstration. Don't worry if you are not familiar with GeoGebra. I just want to use it to demonstrate rotation 270 degrees clockwise. So what you see over here is my triangle ABC. That is the same triangle I plotted in the previous lesson. So ABC, and A was 24, B was 36, and C 66. So when we come to our graph, you can see A, the point A to be 24, B is also the same 36, and C 66. So that is the same triangle we are using. And I'm about to rotate this triangle ABC about the origin, that is 270 degrees clockwise. What you see over here, that is alpha equals 0 degrees, demonstrate to us the various forms of rotations we can perform. So if I move the angle forward, you see 90 degrees, meaning that I can rotate this object 90 degrees either clockwise or anticlockwise. If I move a step forward, you see 180 degrees, meaning this same object can be rotated 180 degrees either clockwise or anticlockwise. A step forward, we see 270 degrees, meaning I can also rotate this object 270 degrees either clockwise or anticlockwise. But remember, our focus is to rotate the triangle ABC 270 degrees clockwise. So let me move my angle back. How do I perform this rotation? So I'll just come here and click on rotate around point. So I'll just click on it, and this is the object I would like to rotate, and I'm rotating it about the origin. So over here, I'm just going to omit the 45 degrees we see, and I'm going to insert alpha. Why alpha? Because that is the symbol for the various rotations we can perform. And remember that I want to perform 270 degrees clockwise, so I'll take clockwise and press OK. When I move my angle forward, I can move the angle forward over here, and that is 90 degrees clockwise rotation. So when I come down, you will see that my image has been plotted. So that is not our focus. When I move a step forward, we see 180 degrees clockwise, and when I come down, you will see it down here. And remember, that is not our focus, so I have to move a step forward. If I move a step forward, this is what we have. This is rotation 270 degrees clockwise, and that is the image we are looking for. So let's look at the point A, that is the image A. Let's read its point. The point on the x-axis is -4 and the y-axis is +2. Let's compare it with the result in 90 degrees anticlockwise rotation, and that is the same thing we have here. A1 negative 4, 2. B1 was negative 6, 3. Let's go and see whether that is what we have. So B, we have negative 6 on the x-axis and positive 3 on the y-axis. That is the same thing. Then the last point was negative 6, 6. And so in the same way, when we have to go back, we will see negative 6 on the x-axis and positive 6 on the y-axis. So this clearly demonstrates or tells us that rotation 90 degrees anticlockwise is indeed the same as rotation 270 degrees clockwise. Since we are saying rotation 270 degrees clockwise is the same as rotation 90 degrees anticlockwise, then it means that their formulas remain the same. So anytime I have an object point xy and I'm rotating through 270 degrees clockwise, it will also produce the image point negative y x, meaning that the x-axis will produce negative y, then the y-axis will also produce positive x. In other words, the x has been moved down and the y has been moved up. But this time around, the y has been negated. And this was the same result produced when we were rotating through 90 degrees anticlockwise. Now let's look at an example. In this example, you have to find the images of the following points under the rotation 270 degrees clockwise about the origin. Remember, 270 degrees clockwise is also interpreted as 90 degrees anticlockwise. The points are A, 6, 2, B, negative 4, negative 1, C, 5, 5, and D, 1, negative 3. Now let's look at our solution. Remember, we stated that rotation 90 degrees anticlockwise will produce the same result as rotation 270 degrees clockwise. This implies they will have the same formula. So to resolve this, the x-coordinate moves down and the y-coordinate moves up. And don't forget to negate the y. And this will produce the image point negative y x. The first point given to us to rotate is 6, 2. I can rewrite it in the column form as this. Then, to rotate this through 270 degrees clockwise, remember the x-coordinate, which is 6, moves down. Then the y-coordinate, which is 2, moves up. And don't forget to negate your y. So that will become negative 2. So the new image point produced is negative 2, 6. The second point given was negative 4, negative 1. You can rewrite this in the column form. And as usual, the x-coordinate, which is negative 4, moves down. Then the y-coordinate, which is negative 1, moves up. And don't forget to negate your y. So negative 1 multiplying negative 1 will give you positive 1. And the new image point is 1, negative 4. Now your assignment. In this assignment, you have to find the images of the following point under the rotation 270 degrees clockwise about the origin. The points are A, 5, 5 and B, 1, negative 3. These are questions from the previous example. You can submit your answers in the comment section, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching and see you in the next lesson.